I find myself thinking about you. Your memories keep me up at night.
Hello and welcome to the Highgarden. I'm your guest, King TJ. My first guest this week will be one of my best friends, great guy, musician, comedian. If he hasn't made you laugh, then I don't know who you are. And today's guest is Pablo Speaks.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Happy to be here. First time on a podcast. So
Wow, thank you for coming on down here. Where are you currently staying at? Are you in Cali?
no, I'm back in West Akron now. Last year I was trying to live there, but it was just hard to get a place. So now I'm here. I might try to move out again, but with COVID and everything, it's like such a weird time to move or plan anything. So I've just been like honing down and working on music and trying to be creative every day at home. So I'm good for that.
Awesome, definitely. What's your most recent project? What are you coming up with?
All right, so I have an EP coming. That'll be hopefully. I'd like to say I want to put it out next month, but because that's my birthday. But we'll at least try to have it all done and finished by then, like nine to 10 tracks. So with like half of it by local producers too. So
dope, dude.
Akron,
okay,
so
show out for Akron. What's up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Do you have like what's gonna be the name of the project?
So as of right now, the name is Word of Mouth.
Mhm.
I've like going over like plenty of different titles, but I like that just because, good things travel word of mouth. If there's a restaurant or something you haven't heard about, sometimes someone has to tell you about it. And that's like, I would like that to be when someone brings something to you or really tells you, it feels better than when you just like find it online.
Definitely.
So, and I'm using words to speak. So it's kind of got that play on the words too.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. That you guys got a new album coming out. It's gonna be word of mouth. September, right?
Yep. Hopefully. At least it'll be done by my birthday. Like I actually got to come down here and record maybe one more recording session.
Hey.
And
shout out ARC.
It'll be done. Yeah, shout out Akron Recording Company. They have been coming through for me. Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's dope, dude. That's awesome. It's really dope.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So what's like the rap scene out in Akron like? Is Akron a place for rap? Is this...
It's just a place for art and music and stuff just in general. I'd say places like this opening up, like recording companies within the city are nice, just so people can come together and work on stuff. And there's definitely a lot of talented artists here too. So talented rappers and everything. So I don't even know the scene. I don't know what I could say about it besides there's just talented people here and they're willing to work together. And there's a good amount of places where we can go to present that. And there's a good amount of people in the community who want to bring that to people. So that is definitely a positive of living here for sure.
I don't know much about like the Akron rap scene. It's not really that big, but I do know the Akron super fucks with like live music.
Yeah.
I've gone to like a bunch of like live shows where shit's like lit as fuck. Like, I mean, I went to a show here and it was completely, we had to stand on the wall.
Yeah,
we had to stand on the stairs.
To see. Went hard, yeah.
Dude, honestly.
Pre-COVID. That shit was fun. Musica is another good venue around here. And there's just plenty. Like I even performed at a park on the side of the highway.
Okay, I saw pictures.
So that was interesting.
Hey, people were sitting on wooden benches.
Yeah, that was fun. People couldn't hear me because of the cars. Like driving by 70 miles per hour.
Hey, semi's coming by. One sec, guys. One sec.
But it was a good experience, and it was the first show I ever got paid for. So the Grant Foundation gave me like $500. I was
congrats,
like,
dude.
I was like, I'll do this every day. I'm down.
That.
So it was definitely like an inspiring thing. Like,
hell yeah. So do you know any of the like local rappers around here? Like any shout outs? I know anyone that would be like good notable?
People. Yeah. Even just, we could go on all day of just good artists around here.
But maybe just a few?
Yeah, just a few. Recently, I just worked with Kudzi, who's from Akron, very talented.
Shout out Kudzi.
He was working on some stuff here. I just worked with Tommy Lehman, came through and put some horns down.
Shout out Tommy Lehman.
Yes, sir. My boy Sway came through, did some vocals.
Shout out Sway.
And boy Theo, JT Hicks. He's Theophilus on Instagram.
What's good?
So that was dope. And then there's just plenty of other talented bands and just people. Right now, I just got together with a few other artists, Love Abstract, Flacco Torres.
What's up?
My buddy
Shout out Love.
Luminari. So we're just trying to come together, and buddy Love Abstract. We're trying to come together and just be able to promote each other. And
Yeah, I was gonna say that you guys do a really good job of like, I don't know if you guys are in like a Instagram group together, but you do a really good job of like pushing each other up and like, yo, I'll repost your shit, or like, yo, I got you with the retweets. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, because in rap, sometimes you just have a lot of that competition, and just it's just nice to see people promoting each other and not afraid to, show love to other people. It was actually our buddy Love Abstract's idea. He got us all together on a
What's
Zoom
up,
call.
Manny?
Yep, and he was like, how can we, make Akron a little more like an Atlanta rap scene where we're like just helping each other and pushing shit, and so I really fuck with that.
Hell yeah. Is there anything in like the Akron rap scene that you think that could like help it out to like, as like, for example, more shows, more like putting things out there? Because I mean, when I think Akron, I completely think Black Keys, alternative music, indie.
Yeah, I'd say we have plenty of venues, plenty of outlets. We got even like our newspaper, like Devil Strip, putting on for people. I'd say places like this, studios and stuff. We need more of this so people can go work on their.
That's what I would say about Akron. I would say that like you guys don't have like the studio vibe. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like all the rappers are hanging out in the studio, and we're drinking with all the bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like damn.
So yeah, so like when I worked with Kudzi, that was like a little more of that vibe. We had like a decent amount of people here, and it was just nice because I'm usually working alone, or I'm used to just closing myself off. So it was nice to open up and just be around other people and kind of vibe off that energy.
Hell yeah. Because I remember when we made some music together in Cali, like the Wavies were so good at setting the vibe and getting like the lights were set, the smells were set perfect. Jack worries about clicking all the buttons.
Yep.
Jordan makes sure that everybody's feeling perfectly fine and the vibe is going the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's important and they're good at that because they work with different people who they want to make feel comfortable. And it's true. If you don't feel comfortable, just like how you warm up on your golf swing or you warm up for your whatever, sometimes I'll come in, I have to do a few takes just to get into that flow, that state of mind. So
hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So just to segment a little bit, you are the funniest dude that I know.
Thank you, sir.
What's going on with the comedy, dude? You gonna put out some sketches? What's good?
Yeah. So I have a bunch stocked up on my phone. I just kind of wanted to do them when I release the music, and just kind of because how we were talking about how it's good to stay consistent on social media. So I want to kind of just start dropping it all and then have at least like 3 months of material just to roll out and keep it coming, keep building that, keep riding off that momentum. Maybe surprising some people like, oh, I didn't know he, did music and comedy or whatever. So yeah, I've been like low key with that shit for a while. So I'm definitely happy to like come out with like both.
So you can triple threat, come out, Childish Gambino. Oh, I act.
Yep, you got it.
I sing.
Yes,
I
sir.
rap too. Triple threat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Beyonce does it all. Gambino, I look up to that man a lot.
Hell yeah. I recently saw a comedy sketch with you, and it was with Brooke Morgan.
Yeah.
And you were in some overalls, and you were like the weird little brother.
I was the weird little brother. Yes, I was pretty much a tweak.
Okay.
The town, whatever you want to call it, not right in the head. And she put like a bowl cut wig on me.
Yeah, dude.
And it was funny because it was Alicia's thing. It was her skit, and she actually had other people who were supposed to come show, and she was like, "Yeah, it's just down to you and Brooke."
So
and
cameras are on. You gotta.
And it was mainly, Brooke had the line. She was like, "Pablo, all you have to do is just stand in the background and not say anything." But I noticed a quarter of the way through that it was just, not like Brooke was under pressure, but all of the weight was on Brooke. So I was like, I got to join in and shout out some insane stuff, improv some stuff, just go off the head. So it was pretty funny. Most of the inspiration for that character came from Dwight's brother on The Office. So. And then it got to the point where we were like trying not to offend them by doing country voices, because I was like, wait, this is stereotypical on a farm. So, but it worked out.
Yeah, definitely check out that comedy skit if you haven't. This dude's like laying on a hay bed. He's like, "This is my bed."
Yeah, I'm doing some pretty interesting things in that aren't advised for kids to do.
Yeah, dude, I heard you, man. I would not like to get into like the comedy aspect, but I'd like to get into the directing aspect of it, just because like I feel like I got the eye for it. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
Like
for sure.
I know it's funny. I know
Mhm.
it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I can just get behind, just
Yeah.
be the
No, yeah,
director of,
'cause, with the camera, you're just trying to let that story, tell itself and just be there and get it. So I think
Exactly.
you would have a nice the eye for that, the observer.
Hmm.
So because that's important as well.
Definitely. So for the viewers, when can we expect some Pablo comedy?
So
Are
that'll be
you
coming out when the music comes out. We're gonna be dropping that too. So
okay?
I'm literally even just like holding on. And one of the things I did while I've had more home time was just been editing on my phone a little bit.
Hmm.
So I edited one of the skits on there, so that's going well. So it's getting to the point where I'm just ready to release all this shit. So I'm
Yeah, I
excited.
know, dude. That feeling of when you got all this content
Mhm.
building up and you're just like, when do I release it?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
Because I've
saying?
always just released something and disappeared. So
Yeah, I
it's the
hear
time
you,
to
dude. With this whole podcast thing, personally, myself, I
uh,
had to just be like, you got to start back on the Instagram, dog. It's time
mhm.
to start posting and getting your face out there. You got
Definitely,
blonde
definitely.
hair, dude. Come on.
hey,
I
it's the
mean,
rebrand, baby.
yeah, it's the rebrand, dude.
Yeah, because I'm prone to overthink shit, and at some point, you just got. My sister said a good quote. She was like, don't let perfect stop you from putting out something good." You know what I
Dude.
mean? There's still people who need to see and relate and just
Yeah,
be a part of
Absol
that.
had a really good comment about like, if you don't put it out, I mean, then you'll never know.
Yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I'm
Yeah, if
saying?
you
And
don't
it's
try, you'll
like,
never know. Yeah,
that's like the whole thing. Like, we're both nervous getting out here for the podcast, but what are you never know if you don't do
right.
it.
You just gotta do it. I mean, even living out in Cali last year, a lot of people didn't know what the fuck they're doing. Their parents were
Dude.
paying for it. Something's, you know what I mean? People are. So you really just gotta jump in and swim, find your way.
Yeah, definitely,
Anything.
dude. And that's props to you for pushing through for so
Thank
long,
you, brother.
dude. For real.
True
I
that.
mean,
Yep.
to stay consistent for so long. Like,
Mhm.
for example, for the music thing, a lot of people don't know this, but I lived with you.
Yeah.
You straight up practice every morning. Like,
Thank you.
I come home from lunch break at noon. Every day, this dude's rapping in his room
Mhm.
practicing. And it's like because it's like, some people, they're good at it or they just do it. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
But this dude practices.
Yeah, I had the discipline for it.
You know what I'm saying? Karate, you got to practice if you
Yeah.
want to be the best. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's,
sure.
props to your parents and props to you for, teaching you to be diligent and
Thank
shit,
you, brother.
bro.
Yeah. The process is still, I still have that where I like try to work on it every day, but it's got to the point a little more where I'm not as like, just like, all right, I have to sit at this computer for 8 hours and just,
Well, work starts at noon.
I'm more just like going with the flow, letting the inspiration come, doing things, just like LeBron has to do things off the court,
Mhm.
doing things outside of the studio, whether it's, writing or,
Probably meeting people,
yeah,
getting
just
your name out
getting my
there.
mind right, getting
And
in the state, yeah, meeting people, doing stuff like that, and then bringing that inspiration back in the studio. And now I have a little more of a balance, whereas I still write a decent bit, but there's still more of that freestyle element too, where I'm coming in, getting some flows, getting some melodies, even if it's just gibberish,
yeah.
which is how we used to do it in improv class when I was a kid, honestly. We just have gibberish and improv, and you get more comfortable, just like we said with practice. So definitely.
Yeah, I've seen you, like, for example, someone would show you a new beat and you would freestyle and gibberish so that you figured out what the flow for the song was.
Yeah, for sure. That's my thing now. Yeah. And it's just how a lot of people work, even like in like just rapper in the industry, they're getting that something down first. Because
Yeah.
I can always come back and put the words.
The correct words, how
fix
everything
things,
goes. But figure out like the wave of everything first and how
just
you
get
should say
get the mind out of the way a little bit.
Hell yeah, dude. So with the acting thing,
Mhm.
I know back in the day you were really big into drama.
Yes, mom put me in drama.
Yeah. So would you prefer like drama or in front of the camera? Like which one? Like, do you like the stage,
Yeah.
or do you like to be behind the camera?
So, I mean, I love both. I like the stage because you have that live aspect. You have the energy from the crowd. You have like all the rehearsals of just, getting it right. But there's something about being on camera because the acting on camera is supposed to be a little more natural, whereas the acting on stage is a little more exaggerated. It's like, for some reason, it's theater. It's just a little more exaggerated, and the acting on camera is supposed to be more relatable to like certain things. So I appreciate both. I think at this point in my life, I'm trying to focus on more acting on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because the acting on stage, it also takes a lot more time from me. Like I wouldn't be able to work on music or go to work or do anything else as much. Like, there's a lot of rehearsals and so.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, both have their place.
So the camera. Yeah, because I was gonna say like the stage that like I feel like you could get into your character more. You got people watching you. You're wearing their clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It doesn't feel
You're
like
hot
studio.
with the lights hitting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that one would be like a lot more like I can get into my character. I'd actually get drunk if I was being the drunk old
for
dad.
sure.
You know,
one lady I was working with was taking shots backstage.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, girl.
I mean, I could never do it now, but back then I used to freaking like go to the shows like after smoking, like and just perform. Like I was like thinking back, like I just had all this confidence when I was 18. I would just smoke and go perform. Like now I would never do that.
And you had the lead role. I
did have a leading role in a play called Holes. Let's get that off the,
Zero. Look at his hair. That's young Z.
Watch out, Shia LaBeouf. But Disney, call me.
Hell yeah, dude. So on the Highgarden, we're segueing. On the Highgarden, we got a taste test for you.
Okay.
So we have a Swenson's Galley Boy and a Sky High.
Some local.
Skyway Sky High.
All right, some local burger joints.
Dude, local burger. Dude, I'm talking. We're going to give you both.
Okay.
You're going to see which one you like more.
All right.
So here at the Highgarden, we like flavors. We like good food. Okay. We like good service. We like respect. You know what I'm saying? We like good food around here.
Nice. Good.
Yeah. So yeah,
Let's do it. Wow. Look at this. This is crazy. Considering I've been a vegan for 20 years. Wow. We're going to break it today.
Cheers, brother.
All right. So
which one are you going with? The taller one or the shorter one?
I'm going to go shorter first.
Shorter one? Okay.
But you know in your head which one's which?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Here we go. All right. Tender. Taste a little butter on the bun there.
Sweet. Okay.
Flesh.
Okay, that was the first one.
All right.
Feel the palate. A little Anderson Valley beer.
All right. Here we go. We're going for the second bite. See what this is all about. Second sandwich is a little drier.
Uh-oh. Try number 2.
Someone snuck mayo on this too, so. I'm gonna have to go with the smaller one, the first burger. What do you think?
Okay. Second one, mayo, pickles. I'm a foodie, bro. Flavors, bro. Flavors.
All right, so we got one for the first, one for the second one. Now you tell me which was which.
Okay.
Because I have an endorsement with one, and I.
Wow. You've been holding out this whole time. All right, so the smaller burger, a little bit lighter, is the Swenson's one. This one?
All right, yeah, the smaller is sweeter. Yeah.
The darker, taller, it actually has 3 buns in it. The taller one is the Sky High, and the shorter one is the Swenson's.
Okay, nice. Yeah, the Swenson's one's sweeter.
Yeah.
That's probably why I went for it. I have a fucking, I got the sweet tooth, so.
Wow, so Pablo, first guess.
Yes, sir.
Which one are you choosing?
I'm going with the smaller one.
Wow, Swenson's wins.
Even though I thought I would be going with the Skyway, but
wow,
the Swenson, yeah,
the Galley Boy
the Galley wins,
won.
Man. The Galley Boy wins.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you, man.
Are you kidding me?
That's the choice I'm going with.
Wow.
But yeah, they're both good, both great local chains. Check them out.
So I'm a foodie. I love restaurants.
He does love his food.
I love respect. I love restaurants.
I love respect.
I love flavors.
I love food served to me with respect.
I love it all. Give me a restaurant. Any restaurant recommendations?
All right, yeah. We got to keep these local restaurants around, man.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
We got, we're going to go with Saffron Patch.
Wow. Flavors.
A lot of flavors. Indian food. You can get spice levels from 1 to 5. Yeah, it's good. They just, they do it right. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. And then let's shout out another one. Let's go Nepali Kitchen. It's a little more smaller, a little more hole in the wall.
Never heard.
And that's good. Yeah, that's on the north side too.
What does Nepali make? Italian? Is she Italian?
No.
What she got?
Nepal is, I believe it's Asian. Nepalese, yeah. Nepal. So we have a Nepalese community on the north side, and I played soccer with a bunch of them. And they whip up some curry and some food too. So it's like it's somewhat, you could say it's somewhat similar to Indian, but it's different in their own way too.
I got one recommendation out there for people. It's called Bo's
Oh yeah,
Grill.
I should have known.
I mean,
yep.
You want flavors?
4-star, 5-star. You got it all.
I'm telling
you.
Great
appetizers, great
the
service.
best wings on the east side of the Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
You take a bite of these wings and you start,
something happens.
Start moving, and you start
hormones
start
happening.
hormones start coming.
Yes, I love that the servers come out with their tops off too. I enjoyed that.
Servers come out with tops out.
That was great.
And let me just tell you again, they give you respect there.
Mm-hmm. They do. They treat you right.
They treat you right, dude.
They treat you right.
You know, like it sucks when you go to a restaurant and you get bad service. Like,
yeah,
that's like.
And then you get used to thinking about these nice
restaurants.
restaurants. You get used to like a drink being made really nice. Like I had a Moscow Mule there, and then went somewhere else, and I was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah, what's
like,
going on?
Like, am I bougie now? I had a well balanced drink, the lime. Psh.
Crazy, bro.
You're right, man.
I feel you, dude. Food is like what's really good with me and like food is that I love how like we sit around the table together and we laugh and we share toast and we share drinks. And
right, there you go.
Every time I go out to dinner with my friends, it's always like, dude, I wish I could do this every day.
Yeah, no,
you know
there is something
dude?
special about getting
something special about like sharing together.
Yeah.
Whether it's like a blunt, whether it's food, it's just the art of like passing and like together. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
the classic,
like it.
What's your mom gonna say? We got food at home. Oh, I can make. My mom's always like, I can make Chipotle.
Don't do that.
Or like when COVID first started, she was like, I was like, damn, I really miss like, I want to go get a burger, but like we were cooking in like every day and like, trying to do, everything as right as we could.
Right, yeah.
And, me and my sister was going, damn, we want Five Guys. My mom's like, I can make you Five Guys. I'm like, Mom, I want a burger served to me by a stranger.
Yes.
Like at this point.
Yes.
Like I just want that. Like,
dude,
so there's something just nice about being served. That's why we gotta, that's why you take care of the people that serve you.
Dude,
Service,
exactly.
It's a very humbling thing.
And it's like that's like one of my favorite parts too about like going out to dinner. It's like, dude, if you go above and beyond, I'm going above and beyond. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
dude?
for sure. Like
like dog, you went in the back. I asked the chef for a cigarette. You went in the back and you went through some hoops. You got me a cig.
Yeah,
man.
no, yeah, for sure. Love a good service. Appreciate it.
I asked for ketchup. You came right back, dog.
There you go. You didn't forget about me.
Exactly, man. It's not too hard to, to receive good service.
Yeah, for sure. So what's one of your like, if you had to pick like a pet peeve, what's like one of that like a server could do? Like a pet peeve.
Pet peeves.
Or like something that think personally.
For like the restaurant?
Yeah, like I sometimes like, I'll be like, dang, I wish, or my thing just with the service industry is like the napkins. Sometimes there's just I'll be like, why is it not in the head to like just have napkins? And this goes with me being a messy eater too. I was like, yo, I need napkins. So that's my thing. But I guess obviously no one likes when the service is rude to you, but that's easy.
I guess if I had a pet peeve, it would be like, I hate going to like a restaurant and I don't have enough room. Like for example, say they stuck us in like the corner and like this little ass square table. Right. I'd be like, dog, this ain't.
So I do it because it's how much money they can make per square feet.
Yeah, it's like, dog, get me with the 4-person table. I know it's only 2 of us, but I need to pop on these space.
Or I don't want to be in your conversation.
Yeah, dude.
They do it, man. New
I'm
York,
trying to be personal.
These big cities, they will squeeze you in.
Yeah.
Make that money.
Yeah, it's honestly insane. And so another thing I really wanted to talk to you about was about health, Pablo, even though we just had a couple greasy burgers. A couple burgers.
Yep, well, switch it up on them.
Yeah, dude. So I just want to start off by saying like your family's really big in health. Your mom is a yoga instructor. Your dad is just...
He's along for the ride.
Yeah,
Mom's running the show
ride,
here.
Exactly, along for the ride. Everyone's healthy in your family. Has it always been like that since day one? Or are you guys just like
Yeah, we just been... I have to give credit to my mom. So a couple things with just like her intuition.
Shout out Tracy.
Like, first off, well, she didn't give me sugar till I was 10. So
that's insane.
That wasn't right. Some people say that's not right. So the first time I ate a bag of Skittles, there was an emotional reaction there.
Okay.
Maybe sexual.
Wait. Okay,
so
chill.
But yeah, my mom has always, so like I used to hate my mom growing, not hate, but you're as a kid, you're like, I hate these things. My mom, we didn't have pop in the house. and there wasn't a lot of like gushers or snacks or anything, you know? So like, and we didn't have a microwave. And I even just told her recently, I was like, Mom, I was pissed about a lot of that shit, but I was like, now looking back, now all the research I'm doing and learning about these things, I'm like, I appreciate, what you did, what you could. And so my mom's been my motivation. She's shown me like juicing, which is like its own little cheat sheet, we're like all this stuff so you can just get it in quick and digest it. Whereas of mainly you wouldn't be down to eat a salad that big, you can just juice it and get it in. And then she also got me into yoga, which was, I got in a car accident like 8 years ago. And she was like, all right, I went to whatever, did all the other stuff, but she was like, try this. And I was like, no. And then one day she was like, just come to a yoga class to get a workout. And I was like, you can't get a workout from yoga.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. And so she takes me to a class. She doesn't even tell me it's about to be hot power yoga. And, after 20 minutes through of like sweating and slipping, I look over and go, all right, you're fucking right. Like,
yeah, this shit's hard as fuck.
Shit's some work. So that's been like, so that's been like a big thing for me. That's just helped me on like a health conscious path. It's like,
yeah, dude, that rocks that, you had that in your house. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely for sure. It's
Where's your mom? Yoga. I would even I didn't even know what yoga was until I was like 17, dog. Like, I never heard of that shit.
She was just like always into fitness because even when she lived out in Cali, when she was like my age, she went to Cali and did some acting and stuff. She did aerobics. So stepping up on the thing, doing aerobics, fitness that when do you remember Ty Bo?
Yes.
And that was popular. Yeah.
Yes.
So she's always been on like some fitness shit. There's pictures of her in spandex with a big afro back in the day. And so she's always been on that. But she just discovered yoga like however many years ago. And
dude,
something clicked.
So I know that you go to Yoga Bliss.
Or Yoga Square.
Yoga Square.
Yoga Square. Shout out Yoga Square. Shout out Yoga Bliss too.
Shout out Yoga Square.
Shout out Yoga Square in Akron.
Yoga. Yes. Shout out Yoga. But would you ever get into yoga yourself? Your mom's an instructor. Your family's really big into health. Would you ever just, I'm ready to do the 6 months and be an instructor?
Yeah, go through the teacher training.
I could see you doing it.
Yeah, before I had been...
Put some tights on.
Okay, that's what you have to do to pass.
Yeah, baby.
But before I had kept it at arm's reach of thinking, like, do I want to go into teaching? Now I'm thinking, damn, I've already put the 8 years into this. I could have had it, but... yeah, I think to answer the question, I don't think I'd have a problem with it anymore. Just to have that skill and be able to help people. And like, I'd like to have that. I also wouldn't mind like having a piece of paper that says like, I'm certified in nutrition or something too. Just because that piece of paper, even if you did all the research yourself with the books, with the YouTube, with, you found a mentor, that piece of paper still gets you.
Yeah, through the door.
Yeah, through the door, certain type
to
of
the
respect.
interview, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm big into like, just like food is medicine and immune system and trying to stay a little healthy for sure.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I wish I was more into yoga. Like I like all the girls be there. I'm like, dang, we in the back of class. Dang, I'm trying to go to yoga.
I know. I've seen the back. I'm like, am I a creep? For being in the back
I know. That's where the creeps
like,
go. Creeps back. Creeps in the back.
I'm like, I don't want to be
back
seen
row
up front.
Creeps. Yeah, we go to the back, man. It's chill.
You hide out in the yoga class.
Yeah, and personally, so I lift a lot of weights, and I feel like that stretch does something different. Like I do the I don't know if it's the vinyasa, the hot one, but it's the hot one. Is that vinyasa?
Vinyasa just a flow.
Okay.
So like vinyasa, you're doing some like sun salutations and getting up and getting down, downward dog, upward dog.
So this was probably like the one you went to for the first time with your mom, where it was like power yoga. With hot.
Power. Yeah,
because it was
big
like,
in the west hemisphere, whatever.
Because it was like a bunch of athletes and like girls in there who were pretty like they knew what they were doing. This isn't for and it was always a really good like I could feel like my hamstrings were too tight. I would go to yoga, do the whole sweat. Next morning, I'm alive. Yeah. Oh my back, I got this weird thing where like it's tight, man. It's tight. I'll go to yoga. Next morning, we're back. Dude.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely because I don't mainly really go to the power classes. I go to the like recovery classes and the more like Zen classes because I'm already kind of getting my workout. Yeah. I'm getting back into weights and I have soccer, basketball, so I'm already kind of getting a workout outside of it. So it's nice to come there for like the peacefulness and the relaxing. And that's the good thing about yoga. It has all these different things it can offer you.
Yeah, dude. I would definitely say that. Like that situation of like, I remember I went to a yoga class one time and at the end they make you do like a little meditation. Everyone lay down.
Yeah.
Bro, sure. I didn't know if I was facing forward, left, right. I was like, dog, where am I? I was so at like ease. She like came down and like pooed my legs or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and literally I forgot. I didn't know if I was left. Right. I was like, where are we? I don't know what was going on. I was like,
space. Yeah.
I was in the space,
That's how it
dude.
goes. My mom shook me to wake me up. She said, "You're snoring." So,
yeah.
Because like when you first start doing it, you're getting to meditation, and you're just like, the body's like, all right, you just need rest and sleep.
Yeah.
So it was funny. I like be like snoring, and my mom's
okay, chill.
And, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
dude.
I don't know if I'm embarrassing you, Mom, or just embarrassing myself. But
hey, that's Tracy's son right there. He's asleep in the back of the classroom.
So that's my son.
Hell yeah. So your family's in the health. You would maybe even be a yoga instructor. Your whole family's in the yoga, just the whole health aspect of things. What are some of your daily like health things that you can like tell the viewers, or like maybe just let out loud? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Probably shouldn't drink milk. I'm just gonna throw
we
this
can
out
start
there.
I wake up every morning and I use the blood from a placenta.
Put on the face. Yeah, for the screen.
Just to get things,
cream.
Get it going.
Yeah, the cream.
But no, so I mean, yeah, I've gone from like my habits before were waking up, drinking coffee. I would eat like just like bacon and like have meat for every meal. Then found out I was lactose intolerant. But before that, I was just like ice cream and cereal before bed. All these things that I loved. And so now, it doesn't all have to happen over one night, but I would just try to make little changes. Now I wake up and I try to get some water in before I do the coffee, because the first thing that you get into your body after you break your fast overnight is very important.
Definitely.
So I try to get some water in. I'll try to get some fruit in. And I've honestly cut back on coffee. I've been doing like tea and stuff. But water and fruit are really good because fruit clears your digestion, gets the mucus out of your body. So that's good for the mornings. And then I'll like do like a salad, and I'll throw some almonds and some quinoa in there for some protein and stuff.
Dang.
And then if I'm really lucky, there's a smoothie in there, and there's also a vegetable juice drink. But
that's the best day ever.
Yeah, that's like the best day ever.
So a salad, a juice drink,
a smoothie, and then maybe
so juice drink separate from smoothie. They're not the same thing. A juiced actual drink.
Yes. The smoothie is a fruit smoothie. That's like some
your
banana,
favorite?
some mango, some strawberry.
Okay.
And then so we're foreshadowing here, but I throw in some sea moss. I throw in some sea moss. I throw in some chia seeds, some hemp seeds, and now I'm using coconut water and a little bit of pineapple juice. Shout out Trader Joe's, because their pineapple juice is like pure. And I don't even know where you can find pineapple juice like these days. Because most orange juice has like so much sugar in it and so much.
Dude.
That's why like when you get in all the ingredients, it's just like a freaking matrix. It's like, dang, everything is so hard. So you can just get a little aware of it and you'll help yourself go a long way.
Definitely. I had personally I used to think breakfast was my favorite part of the day.
Oh yeah,
pancakes,
eat like a king.
The eggs, the bacon. You know what I'm saying?
I still do it every once. I still love it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like
slows you down.
It slows you down, man. Like, and that's like not the things you should be putting into your body.
Yeah, those are like treats, and
it should be super treat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like when they tell you that like orange juice is just all sugar. It's like,
I know,
damn,
I've been thinking this is healthy.
Yeah,
that's why
I'm drinking my vitamin C.
That's why my favorite classic American thing is like, I'll get a burger, we'll supersize the fries, but make the Coke diet, please.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well,
okay, chill.
It's like, well, it's like, God damn it, like,
make the Coke diet.
Yeah, like that's gonna. But hey, it's the little things. But actually, that little thing isn't that big. So
yeah. So I've pretty much just like my breakfast routine has pretty much cut down like. If we're going out, we're on vacation, we're going to go out to dinner, we're going to go out to breakfast, and then I'll do the pancakes with the eggs, you know what I'm saying?
I'll splurge as well.
Exactly. That's like the only place I'll splurge, because it's like, I have the sea moss for breakfast. Mm-hmm. I don't need lunch. I don't need food until lunch.
And that's good too, because you're doing a little bit of fasting.
Exactly.
You're giving your body a break.
You're giving your body a break, and I also feel like, so like at the first of the day, when you eat something, it's the first thing burning in your stomach. Mm-hmm. I feel like the first thing burning in my stomach when it's sea moss, it's so much different. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, okay, you can do like your cereal or whatever, your granola bar, whatever the fuck you do, but the sea moss is just literally the cleanest energy. It's like some electric shit. It's crazy. Clean energy, bro.
In the ocean, absorbing all the nutrients. Yeah, it's
insane.
I mean, I'd almost say it's like, if we have superfoods, then that's above it. If like whatever you want to call that, food of the gods or something, like it's some super stuff.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's allowed to have their woo woo. You know what I'm saying? Like you might believe in aliens. You might think the world is flat.
Yeah.
Hey, you think there's shapeshifters. You think
Hey,
there's
I'm a
lizard
shapeshifter.
people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone's allowed to have their woo-woo.
Shout out the lizards.
Shout out lizards, dog. My woo-woo is sea moss.
Hell
Dr.
yeah.
Sebi, I don't know if you know about him, but Dr. Sebi was like a pseudo scientist who passed away a couple years ago, but he was like, Nipsey Hussle was super about him.
Yeah, Nick Cannon.
Left eye had her HIV cured by him.
Apparently Michael Jackson and Magic Johnson saw him too. So
insane, bro. It's obviously insane. It's like, it's my one thing that's like, I don't care what the science says, what you say, I know in my heart.
Yeah, well, that's about finding
good.
what works for you, you know? Because someone else's thing might not work for you. So that's why I think you got to go see it for yourself.
And
you got to go do it for yourself. Rather.
And just on that thing of like doing it for yourself and seeing how it works for other people, I got a few people who are like, I'm kind of doing like a scientific trial on.
Yeah, try it yourself. Yeah, for sure.
You were the first one.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Tracy, you and your mom.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm getting my hair blonded, and some lady's like, hey, I was with my friend Tracy last night. And she told me about sea moss.
That's my mom's been telling people. Yeah,
and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So that's a positive. That's what I want for people to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Some people
just to know about it,
about it, and just know that you have another option that's not the multivitamin, dog.
For sure.
Because one of Sebi's like really big things was that like he would preach between electrical and non-electrical items. The electrical item being like a leaf, plants, and
something
like
alive,
and the non-electrical item would be the synthesized version inside the laboratory.
Yeah, even some of my vitamins and like supplements, I'll try to get them liquid. I have liquid vitamin C, liquid black seed oil, and then
that makes sense.
Yeah, some things I try to get in powders. Because just the whole pharmaceutical way is just it's one way, but it doesn't have to be the only way. And to speak with an electrical thing, certain foods give you more energy. I noticed when I was getting home from work and wanted to work on music, I'd have a burger and fries and just kind of be a little more down. Like I'm digesting this food, using the energy.
Yeah.
And so it's nice, like for me who wants to keep doing something, I'll have like the leaner meal where, it doesn't have to be something extreme like a salad. Maybe you're eating just chicken and rice or something leaner. And I'll digest that better and be ready to keep going. So that's my thing, is I want to be able to keep going and get everything done and just have the energy and just feel good. I mean, who doesn't want to feel good? I mean, most humans are picking pleasure over pain. So, there are some masochists, whatever, but
yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it's a crazy thing, man. I had a quote. I remember reading a quote where it was like one of the guys who started the big pharmacy, the whole pharmacology movement. He was like, I figured out that I struck gold when I figured out how to sell vitamins to healthy people.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, I think vitamins were made for or by NASA. So like, in a sense, like, okay, you're going somewhere, maybe for soldiers, like you're going somewhere, you're not getting all your nutrients because you're not eating the right thing. So here is a type of cheat sheet, a vitamin or something.
Cheat sheet.
Yeah, it just turns out it's not the best way, It's, I don't want to say it's kind of the lazy way, but it's an easier way,
Definitely.
You think you're doing the right thing, but the liquid and the powders are supposed to just be easier digestible. And hey, if you can't get any vegetables, if you can't get any nuts, if you can't get any seeds or anything in you, then I'd say,
what are you gonna do?
I'd still say, take the vitamins.
But if you're being a punk because you don't like the taste of lettuce, it's like, dog.
Yeah,
man up, dude. Get the vitamins in you. You're gonna look at our skin.
Yeah.
Look at our skin.
Yeah. Zoom in.
Zoom in. Exactly, bro. What? You know what I'm saying, dude?
The benefits are everywhere. Cognitive, physical.
And personally, so like when I was doing my research on sea moss and I saw that it had 92 of the 120 minerals.
Yes.
It's like, dog, I'm gonna take exactly. I'm gonna take this plant over your multivitamin that the Pfizer dude made. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's $39 a pill. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah. I mean,
it's like,
why do most doctors, why did they never tell me about that? Or at least that your body, functions on up to 100 something mineral count. All we've ever heard about is just a few vitamins.
Protein, calcium.
Yeah, vitamin A, vitamin K. Yeah, get your gluten. And it's just not, it's there. There's more out there. There's more to the spectrum.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I was like mind blown by that. I was like, what? There's so many minerals. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, dude. And like personally, like growing up, those people who are like more on the hippie side or more on like the herbalist side, we're like, yeah, man, you take these herbs together and it's everything you need.
yeah, you mean liberals?
Yeah, the liberals, yeah, those damn libs, But those kind of people, I like shied away from their information and
Yeah.
went towards the Pfizer, the guys in the white coats,
the traditional,
the traditional. You know what I'm saying? And it was completely opposite, dude.
Yeah, no,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
That's why it's like important, and obviously it's expensive, but it'd just be awesome if like people could, travel's important, seeing other cultures, seeing things, being informed. I wish I would have learned in school that there was a difference between Hispanic and Latino or something. You know what I mean? Like, or that certain people want to be. It's just like, I think we could be more inclusive in that regard.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, health is a big thing, man. A lot of people have been bamboozled, dog. Like,
yeah, food is, you are what you eat. I mean, it's true. It's literally, you're digesting it and it's becoming you. So,
and like in a perfect world, I would rather not eat meat. I was vegetarian for a few years back in the day.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
and
you're still human.
Yeah, it was weird, man. Just like growing, like for example, being African American, you go to a cookout, and you're like, parents, I'm not eating the ribs and the chicken.
They're like, what you doing, boy?
It's like, you ain't black. What are you doing, boy?
We got greens. We got potatoes.
What you doing?
Some meat on them bones.
Exactly, dude. And they've been like now that you've been betrayed, but you're given the wrong information.
Yeah, conditioned,
dog.
whether you knew it or not. And that's like, one of the things for the Black community especially is like, maybe not so much breaking the ties with those foods, but just understanding them and learning. And that can be in any culture. I ran into some dude who was like, I'm Mexican, we eat a lot of tacos and we do a lot of things, and he was like, but those, we're beefing them up a little bit. He was like, so it's just about if we could learn more about what certain foods, like the one guy I follow online, Brother Polite, shout out him. He's like, my daughter can look at this plate and she can tell how many hours of energy and what she's gonna get. I was like,
his daughter's smart.
Yeah, and she's just there looking all sweet and innocent. He's talking that talk. He's like, my daughter can look at this plate and tell you. And I was like, that's interesting. I wish I would have learned some more of that in school.
Yeah, or like the situation of like you go to the doctor, and we got friends who literally don't eat vegetables. Hey, we don't eat vegetables.
We won't say no names, but we do have a friend who said he will not eat vegetables. And
some people don't eat vegetables.
Yeah. My mom always made me take a no thank you bet at least. So.
Yeah, but like the situation though is what I'm saying is that like I wish you went to the doctor and they were like, dog, you need to eat some broccoli, man. Or like, okay, before we give you the pill, dog, let's see what did you eat for the last 3 days? Give me everything. Pop-Tart and chicken tenders and then mac and cheese. And then Pop-Tart and then chicken tender and then mac and cheese.
All right, like,
every day.
You have an ulcer. Something's wrong.
Like, you have an ulcer, sir. You know what I'm saying? But they don't, I feel like that's even too far for them.
Like my mom had to find, I think it's called like preventative medicine. Like she had to find a different doctor. Because like ideally, in my opinion, that's what you go to the doctor for. They're like, oh, you're low on iron, you're low on this. And then here's what you need to eat to raise that. But it seems like we live in just a society that's always like they're only looking at the surface, the symptoms, and not getting to the root of the problem. And I think I see that a lot in a lot of different systems. So
yeah, definitely. I feel that, man, with like the health situation where it's like you go to a doctor and like they press on your in that spot, but then they didn't like they didn't go further than that.
Doctors used to grab our parents' balls and say cough.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
Yeah, well, sir, what is this? Sir, what is this doing? I said nothing. I just wanted to get a look. I just wanted to get a gander. This actually isn't. So I don't know what was going on there, but I remember my dad telling me about that. I was like, I'm not going in for a physical.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, bro, like use your physical for sports. So yeah, humans are funny.
Hell yeah.
So lizards.
Yeah. So for to the viewers and to everyone out there. Do you have any things that you would recommend that they can change for their health? Like the simple guide?
Yeah, something simple, yeah. So without getting specific or extreme, I would say 2 things that we just look over, that we take for advantage would just be oxygen and water. So water is something interesting to me because...
you drink a lot of water.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water. And then you have the pH scale, which goes from 0 to 14. And above 7 is alkalinity. Below that is acidic. And
can you go too high?
Some think you can. I haven't done enough research in that aspect, but some think you can go to alkaline. So some say that in between 7 and 8 of drinking water is the best.
Mm-hmm.
But
what's on the bottom spectrum?
So the bottom spectrum would be tap water.
Tap water?
Some tap water. They throw a lot of chlorine in there. They throw a lot of stuff. And a lot of water is getting, maybe not even tap water, but because they're doing their own thing, but there's a lot of waters that say filtered. And sometimes they're filtering out the good stuff too that you need, the inorganic, whatever salts or magnesium and calcium and all this good stuff for you. And water will absorb what it's, water already takes the shape of something, but it'll also absorb that. So if the plastic has
I've heard
certain toxin in it, might be absorbing that. So if you're drinking a water without any minerals or vitamins, and I just learned this on the Zac Efron show on Netflix, that shit will absorb the minerals and stuff in your body and pull those out because it doesn't have it. So water is just an amazing thing, and we're made of 60% water. So I just believe if we can keep our levels in our body above acidic, then we'll be healthy. And that aligns with Dr. Sebi, and that's why that was interesting to me.
Well, just just like water. I mean, if you're not drinking enough water, it's apparent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you are drinking enough water, it's apparent.
So more water, more oxygen. You will have. It's better for your blood pressure, your metabolism, your digestion. And then there's people who are just really into gut and brain health, and
the microbiome.
Yeah, so it really does have effect on you. Coming from someone who didn't want to eat, who didn't like anything growing up. I didn't like guac. I didn't like hummus. I didn't like sauce. I didn't like a bunch of stuff. And your taste buds can change. And even with some of that stuff, like the vegetable drink, hey, it might not be the best thing. My dude TJ, he's always just like, you're just taking your medicine.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. You know, when you take your cough medicine, who likes the taste?
Right, but you just get that in you.
Just get it in, dude.
And then you're good. Like, just try to have some balance. We're not saying that, you might still go have a burger, but at least try to have this and that. So that's my 2 cents, that we can get more water, more oxygen, more conscious breaths, because more oxygen in our blood, and it helps your cognitive and all your physical, just everything. It's just,
oh yeah.
It's a prime.
Do you have any breathing techniques? Do you, like, for the oxygen side of things?
Yeah. What can I do off the top of my head? So a relaxation breathing technique that will still get you oxygen is
I'm trying to go to sleep, dog.
So like inhale for 3 seconds, and then you would slowly exhale for 6 seconds. You make your exhale longer, which sounds crazy, but that's like a relaxation technique I learned in yoga. And then it's just like your body is amazing. It's already subconsciously breathing and blinking for you. So if you can just add a little consciousness to that, taking a breath and just be aware of what's going on. Oh, right now I'm having so many thoughts. And a lot of people think you come into meditating yoga and be like, all right, I got to get rid of these thoughts. But it's more of just like having an awareness and being like, oh, I had a bad thought, but that thought wasn't me.
Okay.
I'm flowing and I'm just aware and I am the observer.
I had a bad thought, but that thought isn't me.
All right. Don't quote me on it.
Hey, don't quote me on it. Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much for coming to the Highgarden, Pablo.
Yes, happy to be
really
here.
Appreciate you coming on down,
appreciate it.
dude.
It was fun, bro. Thank you so much.
Coming to the kingdom.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind saying into the camera where they can look for you on Instagram, Spotify.
Yes, you can look for me on Instagram at Champagne Poppy. I'm kidding.
Okay.
It's Pablo Speaks on every application out there, from TikTok to YouTube. Pablo Speaks. You'll find
Pablo
me.
Speaks, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate you having me, brother.
Thank you all for coming to the Highgarden, and that's a wrap. Have a good evening.
Good shit.